These PS4 and PS5 game updates are not stopping. We got another batch of games to go over. We have a new co-op horror first-person shooter. We have a new mecha game, which I got some hate for not mentioning yesterday. Man, some of you guys are ruthless in the comments section, but we'll talk about SD Gundam Battle Alliance today. Disgaea 6 is coming to PS5 and PS4 along with a PC release. Sultan's Sacrifice has its official release date, which is great to see. We have a new arcade first-person shooter that dropped on PC back in August of 2020, coming to PS5 and PS4. This game looks really cool, and it's available super cheap, so we'll talk that at the end of this video. But first of all, we have the co-op horror first-person shooter Rip Out, and it is coming to PS5 and Xbox Series alongside its PC release in 2022. This is coming from publisher 3D Realms and developer Pet Project Games. Very visually impressive game, which makes it so it's only on the PlayStation 5 and Series. It's not on PS4 or Xbox One, at least not right out the gate. The game notes it's an online co-op horror FPS that will have players fight their way through procedurally generated derelict ships filled with mutants capable of reconfiguring their alien bodies, survive with your trusty pet gun companion, collect loot, and customize your character to fit your playstyle. Again, very much with a co-op emphasis, so grab a couple friends, jump in together, and you can probably have a pretty good time with it. But it also does know cooperative PvE gameplay, embark on a variety of missions, and explore derelict ships alone or in small teams. High variety of reconfigurable monsters, fight genetically altered beings who are able to strengthen and reconfigure themselves by attaching smaller mutants to their bodies. The player will never know what to expect from their enemies. You have a living pet gun. Stand your ground using your trusty pet gun and harness the power of the sentient biotech yourself and turn it against your foe. Weapon modifications and character classes available as well. Customize your weapon and choose between multiple character specializations to find the perfect mix for your playstyle. Quick action-packed missions, procedurally generated levels, scalable difficulty as well for all size teams thanks to Rip Out's scaling difficulty system, and set off on a once-in-a-lifetime journey through space in search of human survivors. Sanctuary holds the key, but where is it? And most importantly, what is it? Unravel the fate of humanity alone or with friends in a co-op sci-fi FPS. Dig the sci-fi setting. Again, visually, it's quite impressive. We'll see how it turns out, as it is scheduled for a 2022 release. Next up, we have SD Gundam Battle Alliance coming to PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC, so running the gamut of platforms. And as I mentioned at the top, you guys were ruthless to me yesterday when I did not mention this game. Yes, I often say I am a huge mecha fan, and yeah, maybe I should have mentioned this right off the top, but Gundam is getting a game now. This is SD Gundam, so that should be noted, but it is an action RPG that looks quite good. It notes, in SD Gundam Battle Alliance, mobile suits and characters from across Mobile Suit Gundam history take center stage in an all-new action RPG. A battle alliance to correct a false world. The story takes place in G Universe, a world where Gundam canon twists and turns in ways no one can predict. To correct this world's distorted history, the player leads a 3-unit squadron consisting of mobile suits and pilots from across Gundam history. A true battle alliance. What awaits beyond false history? Combo action with stunning visuals and dynamic animation indulge in a wide array of mobile suit weaponry to crush many foes with. Control mobile suits portrayed with realistic weathering that showcases them as weapons of war as they tear across the battlefield with dynamic animations and strange phenomena known as breaks are twisting legendary moments from Gundam history, and you're in charge to fix them. Kind of getting some Dragon Ball Xenoverse vibes from it. I think a lot of people would agree with that. And you'll be able to tackle missions with friends in multiplayer. Launch into battle with 2 partners to back you up in multiplayer. You can play through the game with up to 2 other players in the 3-person team. Enjoy this new SD Gundam action RPG solo or with friends. Visually, it looks pretty decent. Obviously, a bit on the cartoony side, and it's not like a blow-away visual game, given that it is going to be releasing on the Nintendo Switch, but I like the look of the game. We'll see how it turns out. It is scheduled for a release in 2022. Exactly when, we don't know yet, but hopefully in the relative near future. Alright, next up, Disgaea 6 Complete, coming to PS5, PS4, and PC. This, of course, released on Nintendo Switch a while ago. Don't ask me why it came out to the Switch first, but now Disgaea 6 will be coming to PlayStation 5, PS4, and PC, and that's great to see. Disgaea has been a franchise that's been associated with PlayStation for a long time, so it was kind of weird to see this delayed release on PlayStation, but nevertheless, we're finally going to get it, and we're going to get it in this complete edition, so all is good. And it actually did see a PlayStation 4 release in Japan last year, I believe, early last year, but nevertheless, Disgaea 6 will be coming stateside in the form of the complete edition on PS4, PS5, and PC. The Disgaea series continues its legacy. Meet Zed, a zombie that has risen above them all except one, a god of destruction. Interesting visual change in terms of the Disgaea franchise. I'm liking the look of the game. I think it's aesthetically pleasing. Obviously, it's not blow away. You gotta know what to expect out of a Disgaea game, and considering we're at Disgaea 6 at this point, I think that should be fine. Obviously, these games have a ton of content, and they're a little bit charming, a little bit comedic at times, but at the same time, they can get rather challenging. So now we do have Disgaea 6 again dropping sometime in the summer of this year. So another JRPG to add to the PlayStation 4 and 5's repertoire. Definitely not a bad thing, and yeah, nice to see this finally come over stateside on the PS4 and PS5. Next up, we have Salt and Sacrifice launching May 10th, so this is the follow-up to Salt and Sanctuary, and now we have a release date of May 10th. Now, this is a game that'll be coming to PS5, PS4, and PC via the Epic Game Store, and the developers noted with Salt and Sacrifice, we wanted to create an experience taking everything players loved about Salt and Sanctuary and building upon it in meaningful ways. Whether you plan to face mages alone, call on friends for co-op, or stalk through Alterstone Kingdom as a player versus player invader, Salt and Sacrifice offers something for everyone, and we can't wait to bring the game again to PS4, PS5, and the Epic Game Store on May 10th. Salt and Sanctuary was a pretty challenging game, saw some resemblances to like the Souls titles, obviously presented in a much different way, but expect a level of challenge here as well as Salt and Sacrifice hits PS4 and PS5 and PC on May the 10th. And next up, I definitely want to give this game some shine because this completely caught me off guard, even though it's been out on PC for well over a year now, and that is Post Void. Now, this game's available on Steam for $2.99. It's got 5,000 Steam reviews, 98% of those reviews are positive, with an overwhelmingly positive reception. That's pretty ridiculous. Like, 98% positive is quite high, and the game's got a very colorful look while also having like a bit of an old school presentation, but it's a super trippy game. Like, this is the type of game that, I don't know if you want to be completely sober playing this game, but nevertheless, Post Void is a hypnotic scramble of early first-person shooter design that values speed above all else. Keep your head full and reach the end. Kill what you can see it mend, get the high score, or try again. And again, this game is priced at $2.99, so if you're a fan of fast-paced, trippy first-person shooters with interesting visual presentation, this is one to definitely have on your radar. Again, totally caught me off guard here, and I should have known about this given it's been out for, what, over 18 months now, but yeah. Definitely an interesting game here with Post Void, but it will be coming to PS5, PS4, and Nintendo Switch come this spring. And that is gonna do it for me. Again, a lot of new games to go over, and there's a ton more, but I want to limit this to around 5 to 6 games a video just so I can talk about each of them a little bit, given that coming off that Switch Direct, the Nintendo Direct, yes, it was a Nintendo press conference, but a lot of those games are coming to PlayStation as well, and then a lot of announcements have just been happening, you know, regularly for the last few days. So a lot to go over, but that's gonna do it for me. Do sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.